Most gardeners toss grass clippings in the trash, or let them rot in a pile without ever realizing they are sitting on one of the most nitrogen-dense free fertilizer materials available. In this video, you will see exactly how fresh grass clippings and raw apple cider vinegar, fermented together for 5 days in a simple backyard bucket, produce a fast-acting liquid fertilizer that had plants visibly responding within days of the first application. The total cost is essentially zero, the preparation time is about 15 minutes, and the results speak for themselves. Here's exactly what we used and how we set it up from start to finish. For a standard 5-gallon bucket, you will need 2 to 3 large handfuls of fresh green grass clippings gathered right after mowing, before they have had a chance to dry out and lose their nitrogen content. To those clippings you will add 2 tablespoons of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar, and then fill the bucket with non-chlorinated water, either collected rainwater or plain tap water that has been left out uncovered for at least 24 hours to off-gas the chlorine. Stir the mixture thoroughly to distribute the vinegar evenly through the water, and make sure the clippings are fully submerged beneath the surface. Once the mix is prepared, loosely cover the bucket with a piece of burlap cloth, an old cotton towel, or a breathable lid. Never seal it airtight. The fermentation process produces carbon dioxide gas as the microbes get to work, and a sealed lid will trap that pressure and could rupture the container. Place the bucket somewhere warm and out of direct intense midday sunlight, ideally in a spot that stays between 65 and 85 degrees Fahrenheit, consistently through the day. Give the mixture one gentle stir each day to prevent the clippings from matting and compacting at the top, and to redistribute the active microbial activity evenly throughout the entire brew. By the end of day 2, you will begin noticing the first signs that fermentation is actively underway. The water in the bucket will start transitioning from a clear green color to a murkier, darker olive green or brownish tone, as the grass cells begin breaking open and releasing their contents into the liquid. A mild, slightly sour, earthy smell will develop. This is a sign that the right kind of microbial activity is occurring and the brew is working exactly as it should. Small bubbles may appear at the surface when you stir the mixture each day, which further confirms that the fermentation process is generating carbon dioxide and actively progressing. If this is already clicking for you, take 1 second right now and hit that like button. It tells YouTube this is worth sharing with other gardeners. And hit subscribe so you catch the full application breakdown and the results coming up. It genuinely helps this channel more than most people realize, and there is a lot more free fertilizer content on the way. By days 4 and 5, the liquid will have deepened into a rich amber brown or dark olive color, and the sour earthy smell will have settled into a more distinctly fermented vinegary note that signals the process is near completion. The grass clippings themselves will have lost nearly all of their original bright green color, appearing pale, limp, and spent, as their nutrients have migrated fully into the surrounding liquid. This visual shift in both the clipping color and the liquid depth is your clear signal that fermentation is complete and the fertilizer is ready to strain and use. At this stage, the brew contains its highest concentration of soluble nitrogen, trace minerals, and active microbial life. To prepare the finished brew for application, strain the liquid through an old piece of cotton cloth, a fine mesh paint strainer bag, or a kitchen strainer into a clean bucket or watering can. The spent grass clippings left behind in the strainer can go directly into your compost pile. They have given everything they have to the liquid, but they still carry useful carbon value for the compost. Before applying the brew to your plants, dilute it at a ratio of 1 part liquid fertilizer to 10 parts plain water. Applying it undiluted is too concentrated for most plants and can cause nitrogen burn on tender roots and leaf tips. Apply the diluted brew as a root drench directly to the soil at the base of your plants, keeping it away from pouring directly over the foliage, since the residual acidity can occasionally cause mild spotting on sensitive leaf surfaces. Water generously around the root zone to push the fertilizer down into the soil where it will be absorbed most efficiently by the root system. For best results during active growing season, apply the diluted brew once every 7 to 10 days, and follow up with a plain water rinse around the root collar to wash any excess acidity away from the soil surface. This consistent, gentle schedule delivers a steady nitrogen boost without overwhelming or disrupting the soil biology you are working to build. The results on this batch were visible within 3 days of the first application, and they were not subtle. The tomato plants showed noticeably darker, deeper green foliage compared to a control group that received only plain water, which is a reliable visual indicator of readily available nitrogen reaching the plant and being actively used. The pepper plants produced visible new growth nodes within 4 days of the first application, and the leafy greens showed a strong flush of new leaf growth and intensified deep green color that we had not seen from any previous standard watering cycle. These are the kind of plant responses that make you stop and look twice at what is happening in your garden beds. The garden beds treated with the diluted brew also showed improved soil moisture retention compared to the untreated control beds over the following days. This is a secondary and often overlooked benefit of fermented fertilizers. The live microbial life introduced into the soil begins encouraging the formation of natural soil aggregates, which improve the soil's ability to hold moisture and drain more evenly at the same time. Over multiple applications across a growing season, you are not just feeding the plants above ground. You are actively building a more biologically resilient, water-retentive root environment below the surface. This is the compounding, long-term benefit that makes fermented fertilizers worth rotating into your regular garden care schedule. The most common mistake people make with this brew is reaching for the wrong type of vinegar. Clear, filtered distilled white vinegar or standard grocery shelf apple cider vinegar that has been pasteurized will not produce the same fermentation activity because the live cultures and enzymes have been removed during processing. Always look for raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar with the mother clearly visible in the bottle. The second most common mistake is sealing the bucket airtight, which cuts off the natural off-gassing of carbon dioxide and forces the brew into an anaerobic state that produces a harsh, sulfur-like odor that is extremely difficult to reverse once it sets in. If your brew smells genuinely foul rather than sour and earthy, those two mistakes are almost always the reason, and starting a fresh batch with the corrections in place will get you back on track within a day or two. Once you have the basic recipe working reliably, there are two simple additions that noticeably increase the nutrient density and microbial diversity of the finished fertilizer without adding cost or complexity to the process. The first is adding 2 tablespoons of wood ash per 5 gallons during the initial setup, which contributes potassium and trace minerals that grass clippings alone do not provide in significant amounts. The second is adding 1 cup of finished compost or worm castings directly into the fermentation bucket at the start, which dramatically increases the microbial diversity of the final brew and accelerates the beneficial effect on soil biology with every application. These two additions keep the recipe simple and cost-free, while broadening the nutritional profile and making the finished fertilizer significantly more effective than the base recipe alone. Not all garden plants respond to nitrogen-rich fermented fertilizers at the same rate, and knowing which ones to prioritize will help you get the fastest visible results from every batch you brew. Heavy feeders like tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, squash, corn, and all leafy greens respond most dramatically and can handle applications every 7 days during peak growing season without any sign of stress. Root vegetables like carrots, beets, and radishes generally prefer lower nitrogen inputs and do better with a lighter application at a higher dilution of 1 to 15 rather than 1 to 10, applied every 2 to 3 weeks. Herbs like basil, parsley, and cilantro sit comfortably in the middle range and benefit most from applications every 10 to 14 days, especially during periods of rapid growth and right before a heavy harvest. Once you have the first brew working consistently, it makes sense to run 2 or 3 buckets at staggered 2-day intervals, so you always have finished fertilizer ready to apply without waiting through a full 5-day cycle each time. A rolling production schedule like this gives you a continuous supply throughout the growing season and eliminates the gap between batches that leaves your plants without their regular feeding. The finished strained liquid can be stored in sealed glass mason jars or a clean plastic container in a shaded, cool location for up to 2 weeks without significant loss of microbial activity or nitrogen availability. Beyond 2 weeks, the microbial activity begins declining and the nitrogen becomes less bioavailable, so working through your batch on a regular schedule and starting fresh every 10 to 14 days keeps the fertilizer performing at its best. Here's the short version of everything covered today. Fresh grass clippings and raw apple cider vinegar, fermented together for 5 days in a simple backyard bucket setup, produce a free, fast-acting liquid fertilizer that delivers soluble nitrogen and live microbial life directly to your plant roots and soil. The active preparation time is about 15 minutes. The total cost is essentially zero, and results are visible within days of the first application. Use raw, unfiltered vinegar with the mother intact, keep the cover breathable, dilute 1 part brew to 10 parts water before applying, and your lawn will be funding your entire fertilizer program every single time you mow. If this video saved you money on fertilizer or gave you a new way to look at what your lawn is already producing, please take 1 second right now and hit the like button. It tells YouTube this content is worth sharing with other home gardeners who need it. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss a new free fertilizer recipe, soil experiment, or step-by-step organic gardening tutorial. And drop a comment below and tell us, have you ever tried fermenting grass clippings before? Or is this the first time you are giving this method a shot? Your experience and questions help shape what comes next on this channel, and every comment genuinely helps reach more gardeners just like you.